A is for apples, they are delicious, and they're also very good for you. B is for balloons at your birthday party, that was a good one, everybody danced. C is for cookies, they are so tasty, but they're just a sometimes snack. And D is for divorce, that your parents filed for. Yeah, D is for divorce, they don't love each other anymore. E is for every time that you're with them, all they do is fight and fight all day. F's the frustration that you are feeling, 'cause the pain inside won't go away. G is for the good times that are over, things are different now, you have 2 homes. And D is for divorce, they might say it's not your fault. Yeah, D is for divorce, but you'll never really know for sure. The weekend comes and Dad is home, but it's just for visitation. Takes you back to his new bachelor pad and cries his eyes out on the couch, 'cause Mom has got a new boyfriend, and you can call him Dad if you want. We sing la 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 la. D is for divorce, and we sing la 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 la. D is for divorce. Sometimes strangers talk to you. You might not know what to do. Remember the words I'm telling you. Some strangers, they might want you for your organs. They might seem friendly and nice. They might be very polite. So please, please take this free advice. It's so important, please protect your organs. It's not your fault. Some strangers are bad. They'll tell you what you want to hear, and you'll wake up without kidneys anymore. It's like they walk right out the door. Those kidneys are never coming back. I know you must be pretty scared going out into the world, but you should be fully prepared to fight for your right to keep those organs. So when a stranger talks to you, what is the safest thing to do? Assume that bathtub full of ice. You sold your organs for a candy bar. I hope you were not too attached. Some strangers, they might want you for your organs. You're much more of a target if you're an orphan. Some strangers, they might want you for your organs, those healthy organs. 'Cause when you're sold for parts, you're worth a fortune. There's one thing that you must realize. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. We are born and then we live our lives. Then, my friend, you die. Everybody dies. One day you will die. Everybody dies. Your goldfish is not in heaven. Religion says they've got no souls. No, they got no souls. So where do dead fish go now? Well, I don't mean to sound suspicious, but I don't care if that fish was religious. No, your goldfish is not in heaven. And you can go and ask the Reverend, and he'll say when you flush those sins with fins right down the toilet, they do not go to a better place. No one does. One day your parents will get old, and you might put them in a home. What will that decision be like? Sending them away, and after all they've done for you. One day your parents will be dead, and you will have to bury them. What do you think that will be like, living without them, while their bodies rot beneath the ground? One day you might outlive your friends, 'cause one day everything will end. You are mother's little mistake. You weren't meant to be in this world. Things were really grand without you. And then there came some unexpected news. When you were inside her womb, do you think she cried? Maybe she had second thoughts, but it was too late. when you came around. You are mother's greatest mistake, one that she is proud to have made. But nonetheless, you're still a mistake, and nothing can ever take that away. When you look into her eyes, does it make her sad? Does she think about the day she wished you away? But you still came to be. You are mother's little mistake. You are mother's little mistake. Adoption kid, get over it. It doesn't matter, it's in the past, you can't change it. Mother loved you so much that she gave you up. Maybe you're lucky, maybe you're much better off. You live with a complete stranger called Mom. You also live with a guy who's not your dad. Maybe they love you like you were their own, but you'll never know, 'cause they never tell if they don't. Adoption blues weighs in on you. No one to love you the way a real mother can. No one to talk to. Nobody understands. What does it feel like to be unwanted and unloved? Somewhere in the world, some stranger is your real mom. You've never met the dude who is your actual dad. Maybe one day you will meet them both for lunch, and just to be nice, they'll politely say, "This was fun, we should keep in touch."
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then someone in the elevator says, "Happy Friday!" And you check your phone quickly and discover today is actually Friday. So yes, happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden here to talk about Prize Picks. Run your game as the basketball season ramps up with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 100 times your money.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code SPOTIFY and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code SPOTIFY on Prize Picks. Run your game.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I got something to say to you. Life is full of disappointments, no matter what you do, it's true, and nobody can rescue you because life is hard, and if you are smart, you will know you won't amount to much. So few people ever do. What makes you think that you're so special too? You're really not that special, you're just you. The fairy tales your parents tell are lies. The real endings are scary and grotesque. They would make you scream until you cry, and you would toss and turn all night in bed. And they all lived happily ever after is a lie. 'Cause they all died sad and alone. That's the truth. One day you will be dead too. Real life is oh so sad. The best you can hope for is to die in your sleep. When you are old and frail, and life has left you miserable and weak. And they all lived happily ever after is a myth. 'Cause they all just withered away in a hospital bed, surrounded by family and friends.
You're live.
I'm like, hey, welcome to Chirping Bird Comedy. It just thought I was playing music. If you make any, if you sing, if you do any, my voice is an instrument. That is what is going on here. Zoom is freaking out. Hello, everybody on Zoom and on Twitch. This is your host, Ryan Seacrest. Tonight, I took over Chirping Bird Comedy.
Seacrest out.
Oh, Seacrest is in this show tonight. Jinda's been asking for a new host, and this is it right here, Ryan Seacrest. Full robotic Ryan Seacrest is what I am. I have become a full-blown robot. See, even my mirror is blurry. I don't even appear in that mirror. This background looks really fake. I want to point out, this would be a weird background to have of like a curtain and like, is that window or that curtain's kind of half open. Anyways, glad to have you here. Mirror penis. No, we're not doing the mirror penis tonight. Jinda, if you say penis in the mirror 3 times, you get what you're asking for. That's what we say around here. Jinda is back in the country. Jinda was missing for weeks. He was here last week. He's here this week. He is writing full lyrics in the chat. If you don't know and you're watching on Twitch and you want to join in on the comments that Jinda's making, they're in the chat. They're all over the place. However, if you are a performer and you're here in the Zoom, don't read his messages. They will throw you off. Sometimes they will be your punchline. If your punchline has penis in it, it will just steal your punchline from you. So be very careful. Tread lightly reading the chat in general. I don't know. We're talking about all the other shows on Comedy Hub that Ryan Seacrest, am taking over in the next 3 weeks. Sorry. That's what has to happen. It has to be the way that the fortune was told. So this is going to be a good one. No, we do have a bunch of comedians tonight. We do have Lana Siebel's back, and she's got something to plug. I'm super happy. She's going to be plugging that in a minute. Van Sanders is back on the show, too. Super excited to have him back. I know it's early there on the West Coast, and he's joining us. But probably pre-dinner, during dinner time. It's always tricky for all you West Coast people. Hold on a second. Where the hell's Brandon? Brandon, what the fuck is Brandon? You know, before this show, we were talking about a game called Murder House. You are stuck in the murder house right now. You have not escaped the murder house. Jinda, go get Brandon. Go get Brandon, please. Oh my God. I don't know if people on Twitch can see. I'm going to actually spotlight you so you're on Twitch. See here, everybody on Twitch, this is what a murder house looks like if you're curious what we were talking about before the show. Brandon, you got to like blink twice if you're okay. Like just to do something. I'm scared. Question mark is back. Mike Eckert is back. Super happy. Pratik Srivastava will be here later tonight. And he said he will field questions. He will take questions. We had a few questions in last week for him. I know question mark. He's storing questions in sacks around his house. You need to start reading those questions for us. Me and Pratik will help answer any question that you have in the meantime. Now Zoom is telling me to set up my audio. It's telling me my audio is not good. I don't know why it is mocking my voice. No, I'm super happy for tonight. I'm super happy to have all of you here. I'm super happy that Thanksgiving is this week. Everybody in America gets to celebrate it. Everybody everywhere else has to have it explained to them multiple times that we're not celebrating genocide. That was just how they branded it when genocide was popular in the U.S. They branded it like, oh no, Native Americans and these very religious people from cereal boxes, they got along. They got along really well. And they ate turkey and they showed them how to make corn. And there was no murder, but there definitely was murder. Not as much murder as Brandon is experiencing in the murder house tonight, though. Not as much as he's experiencing. I know those eyes are moving. That's the tricky thing. Those eyes behind him are moving, everybody. I don't know who's back there. I think it's Edward. I think Edward's behind that painting. That seems like I'm not throwing any shade at Edward, but that is a painting that Edward would have. And I think Edward would agree with that if he would pay good money for it. Evil Dave, happy to see you. The cartoon caricature that is you. Everyone knows Evil Dave has been coming here for years. He throws up emojis. He is listening. I swear to God, he's listening every time. Good to see Court. Good to see Sean. Sean has met some of the performers. Sean gets out of the house. Good to know that. iPhone, Pratik's favorite audience member, is here tonight. I really hope iPhone sticks around the whole show. I also got a strange message from a cryptic message from former host of the show, Drew Beekler, said, "Is the link working for you? Can you send me the link?" And he sent that to me 1 minute ago while I'm hosting the show. So I don't know what that means. If anyone wants to send, I don't know the Eventbrite or the Zoom. So hold on. Last week there was issues with the Eventbrite link not working. Yes. What? That was not meant for me. That was not meant for me.
I'm trying to jump on that top mushroom. I could do it with this mushroom. I can jump.
This is absolutely awesome. I'm just going to point out what I'm looking at and where the sound's coming from. This is the live audience tonight. Edward, how you doing? You're playing a game there. We can hear you. I'm going to mute you just to be polite real quick. It's like Lawnmower Man. This is so fucking cool. I need to get the goggles. This is the Zoom link. So iPhone penis, why did Eventbrite being a jerk? I don't know. Eventbrite is going to start charging more money than Zoom at this point. I don't know. Edward was reaching for the camera too. This is okay. There's the Zoom link. Thank you, question mark. I'm figuring out with Drew Beekler what's going on. Last week the audio wasn't working over just a little reverb. I don't know. I think that's my voice. I don't know how to describe to everybody here. You're just dealing with my voice. Just sounds like that. Digital DAQ. Welcome. Always picks last. Good to see you as well. Have a happy Thanksgiving. So I know this is an international show. I know this is an international show, but many of us are in America, and many of us are trying to figure out what we're going to do in 2 months when the new president is sworn in. I looked into it because many people were like, I'm going to go to Canada. I'm going to leave the country. I looked it up. You can't just do that. The United States citizenship is not just like global passport to anywhere. They have to like you, and I don't think anywhere likes us anymore. I did see, though, and this is a strange thing, the country of Russia was inviting U.S. citizens to go to Russia, which is just like time travel, or that's just like time traveling to America 8 years from now. That's all you're doing is going to America 8 years from now. I've seen the dash cam footage coming out of that country. It ain't good. So I'm going to tough it out. We're going to stick it around. William Claude Reynolds raised his hand. Was that? Do you have a question? You can ask your question now if you got a question.
Not a question, but about the whole citizenship thing.
Yeah.
I looked into it. You can go to Ireland if you have one Irish grandparent. You can go to Italy if you were willing to live basically in the middle of nowhere and refurbish a house.
Oh, that is like an Owen Wilson comedy movie setup. He's fleeing a dictator, moves to rural Italy, and then has to fix up a shit shack, falls in love with some local lady, gets called back to the country to face trial for treason, and then he has to flee again. That's okay. I'm writing that. That's Wes Anderson starring Owen Wilson. I just need a title.
That's like a real thing. They're like dollar houses. They give you like a house for $1, but it's basically run down. And you have to fix it up within a year. And if you do it, you get Italian citizenship.
Wow. And then, wow, that is, I'm not going to do that. I'm Italian, but I am also lazy. I'm also way too lazy to fix up a house in Italy just because Donald Trump is a jerk. That's I'm not going to do that. I looked it up. Technically, like if you have Italian heritage, you could apply for a passport too. Same with Polish as well. But it only for Italians, it only travels by blood through your parents, through your dad. It's like reverse Judaism. It's very strange. And I can't do it because my mom's the Italian one, and so I can't get it, even though I don't know. It's something weird. It's like the Catholic versus Jewish thing. Lazy penis. That is not my nickname, Jinda. That is not my name. I am lazy and I have a penis, but don't put those two together. Oh, I forgot. Our first comedian does have to take off pretty early tonight. I should introduce her so she can perform. Sorry about that.
That's right.
What if you have an Italian dad and a Jewish mom? Then you can go to Israel or Italy. You can go to either places. You are totally fine with that. That's a great question mark. You could have 3 passports. None of which are very sought after, unfortunately, but you can, they're giving away houses for one of them. The other one, you might end up in the military. And then if you stay here, they're going to go through all your old tweets and throw you in jail, probably. That's what I'm concerned with. It's too late to delete all those fuck you Elon Musk ones. It's way too late. He's already blocked me. Okay, I am going to introduce our first comedian. I'm super pumped to have her because she is touring and headlining all over the place, which is awesome. Because you could check out her Instagram and then you can see if she's heading to a town near you. So William Claude Reynolds, if she's heading towards DC or Maryland, you could check it out. Brandon, Brandon will go anywhere on the West Coast if he escapes the murder house on top. Question mark, will travel. He said he will travel an hour and 10 minutes to New York City if you're doing a full set, not a 15-minute set.
Yeah.
Got to be like a long feature or headliner, and then he'll travel to see it too. So go check out
Brooklyn to hear Lana.
Oh, I appreciate it. What about Jersey? How do you feel about? Where are you from? Question.
I'm on the Jersey side of the Hudson, so.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you should come see me in Jersey. Yeah, we'll talk later. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will go onto her Instagram and find all of her shows, and then you post where you live, and then I will print out directions from your house to the comedy club and mail them to you. and that's how I'm going to do it. That's the kind of concierge service I do as host. I'm a good host. I'm a damn good host. Whatever Jinda says doesn't matter. I'm a good host. I just want to point that out there. I'm saying that for myself. And she also has a dry bar special coming out soon. She doesn't have the exact date, but when she has it, even if she's not on the show and she gives me the date, I will post it here. And we will all watch it on the way to work on Tuesday. That's what we do. We all join this Zoom again. I drive full speed through in the bus lanes, listening to comedy, laughing like the Joker. That's what we do. Dry bar peace. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to introduce you. Welcome back to the show. Lana Sebo!
Wow. Thank you so much, Mark Anthony. I really keep it going for him. Thank you. What an intro. And and you guys, I appreciate all of you. So happy to see you. That's wow. This is nice. What a supportive. And Jinda, once you've seen one penis, you see them all. That's why the first couple of penises you throw. Anyways, they're not making the impact. We got to come up with new things. Yeah, thank you so much, Mark, and I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot of politics, a lot of politics. Yeah, it is a real bummer. But I do have to perform all over. Places where they have giant flags, so much pride. It's very scary. So I'm gonna treat comedy the way I do when I go over my parents' house. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're not gonna discuss politics unless I want to start some shit. Yeah. I'm trying to make sense of this. If I can go through the story with you guys. So the last time I actually told a joke, I was at gunpoint. Okay, this is like a true story. Yeah, this was crazy. So I had a gig in Pennsylvania. And it was a headlining gig. It went well. Of course, I should have known something was going to happen. Everything just went too well. Yeah. And I'm driving back. There's nothing around. Okay, it's dark. Not even like a lamp. It's just, and I'm making sure to drive like not too quickly so I don't, nothing happens. As I'm about to get, I'm like 10 minutes away from the venue after I performed. I'm about to get on the highway. It looks like an ambulance is following me, right? It's like a little SUV kind of family car looking with like the lights that look like an ambulance. And I start to go real slow so the ambulance can pass, but it's not passing. So I slow down. I keep slowing down. And then I'm like, holy shit, is this a police officer? So then I stop for like a good 2 minutes and no one's coming out, right? Nothing's happening. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get murdered and kidnapped. So I have to make a run for it. Okay. Yeah. So then I start to drive off very slowly because I'm like, maybe it is an ambulance or a police car, but I am terrified right now. So I keep driving and then I hear the siren and I finally stop for another 2 minutes. I call my husband. I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm going to get taken. And he's like, calm down. This is a really great moment for me. No, he's like, calm down. You're going to be fine. Yeah, turns out somebody walks out of the car, but he's not coming. What does a police officer usually do when they come to the car? Like registration, license, right? They come up right to your window. He was right in back going, you got to stop. Take your foot off the brake. And I'm like, it's off. They took it off. Then I see a little tiny little cop shaking. He's like, what are you doing? Like so he called 5 more cars over. Apparently, I'm a fugitive.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Apparently, you guys are all okay. It was a lot funnier right after it happened. You all, don't worry. I'm fine. He was very nosy. My husband and son, they happened to be at a Chief Keef concert. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's so he heard a lot of gunshots. He's like, what concert is that? And where are you coming from? And New York license plates, so he was it turns out he was terrified of me, I think it's good to note that if you're becoming a police officer, maybe you shouldn't be so scared all the time. I think that's... Yeah, he looked a little bit like, do you guys remember in Sunny Philadelphia, that guy Charlie? That's what I was dealing with. He had that energy, but he was like the height of Danny DeVito. Right? So by the time he was shaking, he came up to me, like we were both on eye level. I was sitting, he was standing. He also didn't look like a police. He was dressed like a little elf. He had like a little hat, a little fur vest. It was, anyways, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, I could take him. All right, I'm way bigger than him. This is going to be fine. Okay, fun story. But yeah, I guess the thing is, maybe I should carry a knife around. I don't know. My husband said not a good idea. If you pulled a knife, that would have really, I could have gotten shot. Okay, fun. I'm happy to be alive. Anyways, I'll stick with the jokes. Got it. Wow. Even Jinda's not putting any kind of penis. This is serious. I appreciate. I'm getting so much respect now. Oh my God. Yeah, no, it turned out to be fine. The scariest part was when I thought that somebody's going to take me into the suburbs and domesticate me and I couldn't do comedy anymore. You know, they were going to like make me cook and clean. It's very terrifying. But yeah, I'm traveling all over, you know, New York is so expensive. And so are like a lot of other Jersey, Chicago, all the big cities. They're so, right, guys? It's so crazy expensive. And I keep visualizing abundance. Anyone else doing this? Like the modern, you know, the YouTube. Yes, thank you, Brandon. I keep visualizing. Yeah. But it's just showing up on the scale. So yeah, I don't think I'm doing it right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep healthy. I'm doing like those cycling classes. Anyone else? Yeah, do this type of torture to themselves. Good. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of no's because, yeah, guys, these classes are not okay. Like, I don't understand how they're allowed because, like, I gave birth and everything stayed intact down there, right? But yeah, these classes, like, they wrecked my downstairs. Okay. And yeah, you know, I've been married for a while and, you know, my husband, I've been rammed up there consensually, but you know, these classes completely destroyed that area. And speaking of that, I think we have another week to talk about P. Diddy, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know we're all agreeing he's a monster, right? And just awful what he did. But, you know, if I were invited to one of those parties, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'd go, right? Before I knew what was going on, Brandon, we both go, like, we'd all go, right? And I'd stay for the hors d'oeuvres, right? I mean, yeah, I'd leave for the freak-offs. Yeah, I'd be like, sorry, P. Diddy, I'm kind of wrecked downstairs. I just took a cycling class. So yeah, I would, you know, stay for the hors d'oeuvres, leave for the freak-offs. It would be like that Olive Garden commercial. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like when you're here, you're a sex slave. Well, I'm having fun. Anyways, that's all that matters. So yeah, holidays, going over to my parents. Yeah, it's not going to be good. At least I know that it's not going to be good. Here's the thing. Because I know like after I talk to my dad, you know, I want to hurt myself. Right. Yeah. After I talk with my mom, I hurt myself. Yeah. She's at least like the whole family is getting behind just how difficult my mom is. Yeah. She's coined, everyone's given her the nickname Insult Ninja. Yeah. Because she'll say something really nice. And then, you have about 5 seconds to run before she says something awful. Yeah. So like, the thing is, the insults, they don't even make sense. They're so crazy. Like my son, when he was about 6 years old, he was graduating from his first grade, and she was like, "Oh, such a cute boy, too short." Yeah, I mean, like he's 12 now. He grew. Yeah, that's kind of how. Like he's taller than her now. That's kind of how height and age works, right? Yeah. So yeah, I also have to keep reminding myself I'm pretty regular sized, but for like an Eastern European woman, I'm pretty chubby. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so chubby. I was actually kicked out of the whole group. Yeah. There's an association. That's right. The United States, Eastern European, I forgot that myself. I'm trying to remember all bits. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah, it wasn't good. I got a letter from the mail from Melania Trump. Yeah, telling me, yeah, I know. Telling me I have to report to the Slovenian embassy. Yeah, I know. I had to report, and I had to give back my eyeliner and my knockoff Chanel purse. Yeah, yeah. No, it wasn't. It was definitely not a good day for me. It was like if a cop had to hand in his badge, you know. Yeah. And like I tried doing everything, like I dieting and working out and eating disorders, but like nothing would take off the baby weight, Yeah, I mean, like, okay, my son is 12, but it stays with you, all right? It definitely. And my grandmother, my mother, they also always had like some, weight issues. They couldn't take off those pounds. The only one that actually got to her goal weight was my great grandmother. Yeah, that's right. I know, but yeah, I don't think any of us would want to try the Auschwitz diet. I mean, she got down to a size 2. She was, bragging about it, but she didn't look that good. Okay. Yeah. Fun stuff. Okay. What else can we talk about? I got, this is all male, and I love talking about all female stuff. I got a letter in the mail, that says I have dense breasts. Anyone came in experience with this? Yes, Vance, you got this dense breast, or you're just clapping for my dense breast?
My wife has.
Oh, your wife. Breast. Okay. Yes.
Well, she did have breasts. That's past tense.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say you're bragging, but yeah, I apologize. Okay, maybe I'll abandon this bit now. But no, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, it was the dense breast, right? They have to be checked out all the time, right? It's interesting. I don't know if you saw one of those letters, Vance, but like it's actually the New York State Health Department seal on it, right? But it just says like, "Dear Miss Siebel, you have dense breasts," and it's very official. But that's not what I'm seeing, right? That's not what I see when I read that letter. Like what I see is, so some New York guy in an office. He's heavier set. He's got suspenders on. He's got a thick mustache. Yeah, not this guy. He's much heavier. He's in a Midtown office. He's smoking a cigar. No, not you. Pick who am I? We're gonna have to picture this. Maybe like a Sopranos type, but just picture more mustache, right? He's more haggard. Yeah, he's got a cigar. He's got my breast somewhere on the wall. He's typing away. He's like, "Dear Mrs. Siebel, you have dense breasts. I suggest you come see me more often." Okay. Yeah. Maybe you could wear some lipstick because I'd like a pretty face with those dense breasts. And maybe you could wear something with a little more support because my floors, they've been swept already. Okay. So it's just a different image when I see that guy. Okay. Remember never to crowd work on Zoom shows. Check. Anyways, no, I appreciate you guys. I don't know about you, but, I really don't want to see, I definitely don't want to see any more of Trump. I definitely don't want to see any more. Yeah, I can't, I don't want to see even his impressions. I don't want to see people impersonating him. I just don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to see any political impressions. I don't want to see Kamala Biden. I just don't want to see it. You guys don't know me, but I'm an amazing impressionist. Like you feel like you're in the room when I'm doing these people. But I'm not going to do them for you, right? Okay. I'm going to challenge myself and I want to do something fresh, something different. What about the people throughout history that they've never been done before? You've never seen their impressions. Are you guys curious to see what that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah. What about Michelangelo? When he was making when he was making the statue of David, right? What was that like? And he was using a local male model named Arturo, Yes. Okay. This setup is like 30 minutes. But anyways, okay, let's okay. All right. Before I go, let's figure this out. Okay, Michelangelo, when he was making the statue of David. Okay? All right, here we go. Okay. Artie, if you don't stop a moving. I am going to give you the tiniest a dick. Okay. All right. That one's going to be interesting. That one's either going to hit or it's going to be bad. And it's going to take about a year to maybe a couple years. But let's do one more before I go. How about Earl of Sandwich when he was making his first sandwich? Right? What was that? And he was actually playing poker, and he didn't want to be interrupted, so he asked somebody to bring him some bread and meat together. Okay, so here we go. So Earl of Sandwich, his first sandwich. Okay, bread, meat, bread. I'm a genius. And and everybody would doubt him, all the townspeople, his parents, his dad would be like, John, that's his name. John, what are you doing? Like you're ruining the sandwich name. You're soiling the sandwich name. And he'd be like, Father, did you say oil? Oil on the sandwich? That's exactly what this means. It's too dry. All right. And all the couples, they would criticize him, behind closed doors. And, the men would be like, he's making a mockery out of our society, just walking around and eating bare meat and bread. It's so vulgar. It's disgusting. But the women, they were a little bit excited by this, something new. Yeah. And they'd be like, well, I don't know. I kind of find it exciting, I mean, him just carrying all that bread and meat. I mean, what will he think of next? Will he put a sausage in there? A cock? Oh, Gertrude, wake up. Okay. I think that's enough. That's enough for the impressions. Guys, we just went down a very interesting trail. I appreciate you guys being so goofy with me. Yeah, let's all be friends. You guys know I'm on all the sites, not OnlyFans, comedy's going well. But yeah, Lana Siebel. I think you guys know the joke, Lana Siebel. I'm an influencer. You guys know that? Mark Anthony could do this joke for me. That's right. My husband, he's deeply depressed. I mean, I influenced that. All right, love you guys. Keep it going for Mark Anthony. Thank you.
Yeah, over there, Lana Siebel. Check out her dry bar special coming out soon. I'll get the link I'll post it here. We'll all enjoy it. Also, go to her Instagram and see her do a very much longer headlining set. Not at gunpoint, but might include impressions. Can't guarantee either of those things. The dice roll. Thank you again, Lana, for hopping on.
Thank you. That was fun.
Great happy to have you. I know you had to run and get out to another show, so we got to see the warm-up early set for Lana. So thank you one more time for Lana.
Thank you, Mark. You're the best.
As well. Everyone is the best as well. Everyone that's joined us in this Zoom as well. Thank you for joining us, especially iPhone. I hope to God iPhone sticks around until Pratik. I just want to point out, please stick around until Pratik. He'll have an absolute blast with you. Loves the iPhone. It is his favorite fan. And thank you everyone on Twitch as well. I will post Lana's social medias in there too. I heard the audio is good, but Jinda told Drew that the Eventbrite link was broken. So I asked Drew to look into it. So if you try to get here through Eventbrite, we're fixing things in the background. We're running the social media, the tech, everything all together right now in the middle of the show. You're watching it. It's basically like the TV show Succession, but it's a comedy show, and it's just a bunch of people fighting over who inherited it from who. I don't know. I never saw the show. I saw a few episodes because I thought the kid from Home Alone was in it, but it's that kid's brother, which is totally what I thought. I thought it was the Home Alone kid, but it was his brother, who apparently is also very talented. They're all really talented, the Culkin family. Hey, Edward is joining us. Edward, sorry I muted you earlier. You were talking about mushrooms, and we can't talk about drugs on this show. No, we can absolutely talk about drugs, but I thought you were doing mushrooms, so I had to mute you. But our next
game, you jump on mushrooms while you're on mushrooms.
I see. I still don't know. I still don't know.
No, it's a mushroom game where you bounce from mushroom to mushroom.
Okay. That's exciting. That's exciting. I you know, if you could post a link to the game in the chat, I will play it later tonight after the show. I will show you on the mushroom.
You have to have a pair of these.
I don't have a pair of those.
Well, $500.
I don't have the funds to do that. You know what?
Also, you could practice your jokes on one of the many stages.
Okay. I'll you know, what I'll do is I'll write some jokes. I'll save up $500, and then we'll see if I want to spend the $500 on something else. You jump from ketamine to fentanyl. Brandon's getting out of control. Brandon is unhinged right now. Brandon, I saw when Lana was telling that story about being pulled over by the cops. You were like, and then you were like looking for the lawsuit or the getting out of it. It's great. Just so everyone knows, Brandon hates cops. He's wearing a I hate cops shirt. I'm just joking. I have no idea if Brandon does or doesn't. I really don't know. I do know one thing Lana was talking about was riding the exercise bike. I had a pinched nerve in my neck. I'm doing much better, but I was going to physical therapy, and my physical therapist asked me, she said, she's like, you should be active still. It's good for inflammation and whatnot. So like, she's like, there's a lot of cardio you could do. She goes, what's your cardio of choice? And I don't do anything. So I had to like think of like what cardio existed and then lie about it. And I was like, rowing a boat. And she's like a rowing machine. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I like the rowing machine. And she's like, you absolutely cannot do that with your pinched nerve. And I was like, oh, darn. And then I'm trying to think something else. And I'm like, well, last time I was playing video games, my Fitbit thought I was playing squash. Squash, I guess, is probably the closest to the cardio I get from playing video games. That's just because I was throwing my controller on a fit of rage against the children that were beating me at Grand Theft Auto Online. That's what was happening. I'm going to bring up our next meeting, though. I do have to introduce him and keep the show moving. Mark, stop talking. Please welcome back to the Chirping Bird stage, Dan Sander.
Hello, everybody. Hello. It's 5:53 on the West Coast. So, guys, time to party.
Yeah.
Mark, he is very patient. When the guy just said, I'm jumping from mushroom to mushroom, Mark did not say, what the fuck? So he's ready for Thanksgiving. He's like, and then they went to the moon. Well, of course, can you pass the gravy? So, Mark, happy Thanksgiving, Mark. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah. You.
I'm impressed with your patience. I'm sorry I interrupted Lana's dense breast routine. I am not a man with dense breasts, but I am a man who has to wear a jog bra. So I have a little bit of insight into that. My wife, I had prostate cancer, which is hilarious. And then my wife, who is competitive, had a double mastectomy, which is, again, double hilarious. All right. And because she did have the dense breasts, and I would go with her to her breast exams. And again, this is cancer. Come on, guys. That's going to give me a Kimmel. They would put her breasts in the boob smashy thing. And as kind of a joke to keep things light, I would say, be careful with Mary Kate. She's my favorite. And the operator would look at me like, yes, I named my wife's breasts after the Olsen twins. If you want to know even more, my balls are Hall & Oates. All right, because one of them is darker, smaller, and maybe gay. So that is my dense breast material, guys. You are welcome. And Lana said, I think Lana's not here. I think she has gone to the world of reality. She said she did a set in Pennsylvania. And as a West Coast guy, I'm like, wow, she's like Magellan. She's like Columbus. She's discovering new worlds. There's comedy in Pennsylvania? What? And then she said she had a good set and then almost got murdered. I'm like, that is a perfect night. All right. Finally, I'll be on Daylight NBC. Finally, which is my career goal, is to end up on Daylight NBC. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. This is the first time I have performed since the election. You might have heard of that. The election crushed me. I was very depressed after the election because I am what the kids might call a pussy. That is what I am, guys. You can label me that anytime you want. Hey, guys, the assholes won. Yes, we are a pro-asshole country now, which I thought these guys, we could have had inspirational and normal. No, we went for insane and asshole. So we now are a pro-asshole country. But guy, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I myself, I am a male, heterosexual, church-going guy. I'm what they make assholes out of. All right, this is the asshole gold standard right here. I could be the asshole's asshole because I have all the makings of an asshole right here. All right, and even better for an asshole, guess what? I have a dick, and assholes love dicks. They love to have dicks. They love to talk about dicks. And when it comes to Americans voting, do I vote dick or non-dick? I vote dick. All right, so that is America's choice to vote for an asshole with a dick. Oh no, guys, I'm not a sexist racist. So sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm out of the running. And guess what? I haven't been raping, so I'm kind of out of the loop there altogether. But that was very depressing that we went pro asshole. And I am from Oklahoma, which is an interesting reveal, and which is the most conservative nation, state in our nation. And I'm still friends with people from high school that still live in Oklahoma. And after the election, she posted on Facebook, and again, it's not like she's keeping it quiet. She's like, we have to go to church and thank God for what he's done. Look what God has done for us with the election. And getting in a fight on the social networks is pointless. I completely agree, but I couldn't stop myself. And I said, you know what? I understand. I am a lifelong churchgoer. I've taught Sunday school for 15 years, but your church is pro-rape. Is that what I'm understanding? Your church is pro-Nazi sympathizer. Your church is pro-rape. And she was like, well, I guess if you believe those fake charges, these are fake charges that the United States jury system has put on him. And I'm like, you do not know the difference between fantasy and reality. That is not a church I go to. I said, and I want to go back to her and go, you don't understand the difference between fantasy and reality? Hey, you know that movie Wicked? That is a documentary. Have you seen it? That is a documentary of real things. And I'm sure she'd respond with like, yeah, I know. So it was like, holy shit. But it seems that, yes, I'm doing a lot of political material, so tune out, please. Nobody cares. Apparently, a lot of the people in the election voted on the price of eggs. The price of eggs is what determined the new president. So apparently the price of eggs went up 2 years ago and people lost their shit. Holy crap. I can only have 2 eggs a week. What is going on? Is there some sort of omelet mafia? If I can have a Denver scramble once a week, burn it all down. Like that was the determining factor, was the price of eggs. How many eggs are you eating? 3, maybe? And that's what you vote on? And everyone is angry at eggs, and I'm, you know what? Who should be angry at? Chickens. That's who should be angry at is chickens. The chickens did this to us. The chickens cluck fucked us, guys. They cluck fucked us. All right. That is the first joke I wrote in a month, and I thought maybe there's hope for me. Maybe I can still do this. I don't know. For a while, I'm like, I guess I gotta shut up. But as I said, the election did crush me because I'm a high information guy. I watched MSNBC. I read the LA Times every day. I read the op-eds, the opinion editorials. Holy shit, who does that? I thought the more information I have, the better citizen I'll be, and the more I can serve my country. And this is what crushed me. So my new goal, guys, is to be the dumbest guy you ever met. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to take any information in. And when someone comes running up to me and say, Vance, did you hear? Vance, did you hear? I'm like, shh. No, like, no, Vance, did you hear? I'm like, shh. I don't hear anymore. I just point at pictures and go, That's my new goal. Just a guy to be just like inquisitive about pictures. That's my new goal. I was like, I can't take any more information in because I took all the information in and it crushed me. So that was my post-election thing. And speaking of election, I am a 69-year-old man. No, you're not. Yes, I am. That's my niece. They're in hospice. And when I turned 69, my friends were like, hey, Vance, now you're 69, you're going to, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, now you're 69, you're going to, now you're 69. Am I going to die? Is that what you're asking me? Oh, you're talking about the sexual position popular with the middle school boys. I know what they're talking about. If my wife and I 69, yes, we would die. That is true. That is a true statement. It'd be suicide by cervix. All right. And but guys, get ready. Here it comes. In 2 weeks, I will be 70 years old. This guy will be 70 years old in 2 weeks. And you know what 70 years old mean? I'm finally old enough to run for president. Guys, this guy can finally run for president. They're eating the gerbils. They're eating the guinea pigs. Yay, 4 more years. I'm going to have a mass deportation of Swedes. We're sending all the Swedes back to Sweden. That's my USA. Hey, I can finally run for president. But you know what? As a 70-year-old, I might be a little young to run for president. I'm afraid people are going to, accuse me of sleeping his way to the top. The 70-year-old president is going to slept his way to the top. And by that, I mean morning and afternoon naps. That's what I mean by that, guys. Also, I just celebrated my 30th wedding anniversary. Thank you very much. 30 years, guys. That is a long marriage. That is a Martin Scorsese length marriage, right? That is very long. Here's the thing. I have done stand-up our entire marriage. Who agrees to that? That is not something you should be part of. Hey, honey, that thing that I do a lot that brings in no money, takes a lot of my time, makes me grumpy and despondent. Yeah, I'm going to do that my entire marriage. Who agrees to that? Who responds to like, that's my man, unfulfilled dreams are sexy. Who agrees to that? No one agrees to that. And people ask me, what is the secret to a good marriage? And I think a secret to a good marriage is the same thing as a secret to a good improv scene. All right. Oh. I think those are the same thing. Number one, got to keep adding information. Yes, you're thinner than your sister. Yes, that is true. Yes. And number two, you got a yes and. Got a yes and a lot. Yes, and I took your sweater out of the dryer and hung it up. I did not put it in the dryer. It has come out of the washer. Yes, and I did that. All right. That's a secret to a good marriage. So I am old, as we have firmly established now. I'm old, but this is my demarcation of like when I go over the Rubicon, I can't come back. I'm old, but I'm not. I've gotten to jazz old. That is a whole nother level of old. I've not gotten into jazz. I've tried to get into jazz. It just hasn't worked because, rock and roll is like, let's party. And R&B is like, let's dance. And country western is like, let's cry. And jazz is like, I'm better than you. That's all jazz is. I'm better than you. Jazz is like, I dare you to like me. I dare you. I dare you to like this form of music. The only time I've enjoyed jazz is when it is the soundtrack for the Charlie Brown Christmas. And Charlie Brown Christmas is my superhero origin story. So I feel very personal about it. And they use jazz as a soundtrack for the Charlie Brown Christmas because that is perfect. Because jazz is the soundtrack of depressed children. That is the perfect metaphor for jazz. And in fact, in Charlie Brown Christmas, whenever you hear adults speak, it is jazz. It is a wah, 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 wah. That is all the adult speaking in Charlie Brown Christmas is wah, wah, wah. It is jazz, which is perfect because jazz is jazz is somebody telling you, you don't get it. That's all jazz is to me. You don't get it. All right. Mark, isn't that enough?
You got time. You got time. It's fine if you're good too. That's good. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. So thank you, Mark. Thank you. Yes. Let's hear for our pro-rape country, guys. That's what we. America's about to go from Bedford Falls into Potter's Field. So enjoy that, everybody. All right. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, thank you. One more time for Van Sanders. I love it. People started going nuts about the music in the chat. I don't understand. Everyone got excited. I think everyone gets excited about jazz references and politics. Those are the things that everybody's like, oh shit, I got something topical to say on that. Well, usually it's jazz penis. I will say this. There was a comedian. This. I'll just try to do something heartwarming. I don't normally want to do this, but there was a comedian that passed away in Chicago a few years back, maybe like six or 7 years ago. His name was Mike Shapiro. People called him Shappy. He died from a heart condition, but he was a really nice guy. And he had one of the funniest bits, and it was about I don't want to tell his bit, but I will tell it for a little bit. But I don't want to say it like how he would have done it. But he basically would talk about how his favorite genre of music was jazz, and then he would say I love white hot jazz, like steaming white hot jazz, and then he would just go nuts and describe it, and then the whole you would slowly realize he was talking about jizz the whole time, it had nothing to do with jazz music. And it crescendo into this thing where it just got completely filthy, but in and of itself wasn't dirty, but everyone with a dirty mind ends up being totally grossed out by it. But yeah, we miss Shapiro. He was a really good guy. Yeah, I'll see. Maybe we'll donate to a charity in his name. I did that when he passed away as well. But it's a time of giving. I do think Pratik is. I'm not sure if he's going to do the St. Jude's show this year. He does the St. Jude's fundraiser every year. Maybe I'll see if he'll do it on Zoom this year. He did it in person last year, and the fundraiser, as he described, lost money. It cost St. Jude's money. Poor children got less treatments because we spent too much money on the venue and getting people there and didn't sell enough tickets. So we could have just cut our losses and donated the money directly to St. Jude's. But you know what? What's free to run is online. It's free to run a Zoom show. You could run a show on here, and there's no way we're losing money. We're not necessarily making money, but we won't be losing money. I'm seeing if there's anything. Abigail Hydrangea Brown over on Twitch is asking Larry AI questions that she should be asking me and Pratik. That is the problem right there. You could ask questions for me or Pratik. Pratik's going to be here in about 5 minutes, so I will field questions. Somebody in the Twitch chat said happy stolen land celebration when we were talking about Thanksgiving, and I said I rent. I don't even own any land. It doesn't. I got a landlord. You think I own where I'm living right now? This is all rental. I have to ask a grown ass man that's the same age as me if I could paint these walls, and I don't even know the guy. That's how bad it is. I have to get permission to do anything. To put holes in the walls. I don't know what's going on with this wall over there. It looks like it's lopsided or something. I blur out the background so you can't determine where I live based on the horizon and the stars and the sunset. So it's blurred. So no one's going to come get me and kick me out of the land that my landlord stole from the native people. My landlord did it. The problem is you want to go for my landlord, not me. I live actually on an old I live in an up and coming neighborhood. Up and coming meaning it's getting more expensive. That's all it means. Up and coming meaning there's like more bars popping in per capita. But it used to be a long time ago. I believe it was like what was it? Not Lithuanian. It was like I don't know, some sort of Eastern European, probably Polish. Everywhere in Chicago used to be a Polish neighborhood. And then it's just true. There's a lot of Poles and Czechs. I've never met a Czech person in my life, but we have Czech buildings and stuff all over the city, and I don't know what happened to them. They left. They all left. They all just learned English very well and just said, fuck it, we're just Americans. I don't know. We'll just drink beer with all the other locals or whatever. But the Czech people, I've not met one, but they used to live here. It's strange. And then it became a Hispanic neighborhood. It's a heavily Mexican neighborhood. And then I moved in 10 years ago, and people they'll say, you're a gentrifier, you're displacing people, you're raising their rents. But the place I live was built on an old boat yard. I'm replacing boats. I'm replacing military boats that they used to build here along the Chicago River. So I'm breathing in the asbestos that remains so that the people that lived here before me don't have to do that. Boat penis, thank you. We were waiting for it. That's campaigning at 4 times the Trump budget and are down 20 million. We quit keeping score. Sometimes the team with the biggest salary doesn't always win. We watch sports, Edward. We know that just because you got Derek Jeter doesn't mean you're going to win every year. That's how it is. Trombone players are allowed. They have bigger plungers. I'm reading the chat. Remind me not to do this. Chat is only good on peanuts. They do use toilet plungers in the Trump is okay. But get any questions? Oh yeah, Abigail Hydrangea Brown did ask what is the best age for a U.S. president. What is the best age for a U.S. president? I think we could all agree. Not, and this is going to be controversial, but I think not over 70, at least for the next 2 presidents. I think we just give it a try. We go a little bit younger, and you can still be president if you're 70, but how about we run 2 people that aren't 70 against each other for the first decade? That would be a good one. If you could at least, like 65 plus is fine with me, but let's not go with 70. So the perfect age is below 78, I would say, at least, unless it's Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders can run. Bernie Sanders can run.
Yes. He's shutting you out, Vance.
I don't know.
No, I can't be president. Oh, no.
He's shutting you out.
There goes my comedy career. Yeah.
16. Okay, no, fine. 69 or less because it is a funnier number. It is a funnier number.
Yes.
There's a lot more humor in that. It's good. Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, is 40. How am I older than that guy? I did not realize I was older than President Zelensky. How does that guy know so much? I don't know what's going on here. That guy has succeeded more in politics and comedy than myself. That is like really embarrassing when you see someone young doing 2 great things like that. Oprah took 2.5 for a soft on Hall. He's a sketch comedian. My favorite Zelensky bit is something that I've been kicked out of the Dueling Pianos piano bar, which is playing the piano with your penis. He doesn't really do it. He plays it with his hand, but he pulls down his pants and turns around. It looks like he's playing with his penis. But even faking it at a dueling piano bar will get you kicked out. And I checked with Bill Larson, who has been on the show, that works at a dueling piano bar, and he would not let me do it, and he won't come back on the show because I asked him if I could do it. So you will lose friends if you do it, but you can become, you know what it does? It must really piss off Putin. It must really piss off Putin to debase a piano like that, to put the wiener on the ivories, as they like to say. Piano guy Elton John and Billy Joel. That was the most coherent sentence Jinda has said in months. It's just like, yes, that is definitely a true thing. I did read. I don't know if this is true because I was not paying attention. I had the news on in the background, but is Elton John going blind? I thought I heard something about that. I don't know if that's about that. No. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making shit up. I don't really know, but I thought Elton John said.
I heard something like that too, Mark.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's like the one thing is like, blind piano players are actually really good. Like, I mean, like, he's reading sheet music, so maybe I'm just saying, I'm not saying Elton John is not an excellent piano player, but I'm saying, can he get better if he loses his eyesight? We'll find out. That's one thing we'll find. Like, I don't want to find that out, but if we're going to find it out, we're going to find it out one way or another. That's one of my favorite musicians is the performer, the songwriter, Nick Cave. And a few years back, one of his teenage sons passed away suddenly. And my friend, I was talking to my friend, he knew I was a big fan. And he said, do you think his music might change or maybe like get more inspired after he goes and processes this loss if he keeps making music? And I was like, you know what? I don't know, but we'll find out. And we found out he just turned into a Christian. That's what he started going to church, and he's writing basically gospel music now. I'm not saying it's any better or worse, but I think we know who he's voting for, is all I'm saying. That's it. Anthony Kapfer is a musician that performs on Comedy Hub. He does our theme song. He's been on the show. That's a reminder, Jinda. I should get him back. Jinda, would you want me to get him back on this show? Would you like to hear some musical comedy? I think he's so talented. He plays things with his feet, with his arms, with his legs, and he sings at the same time. I played the drums. I couldn't even sing and drum. I don't know how people do that. I would just go like, and sing every beat. And people that don't do, it's like no matter how hard I try, I can't just sing straight through a beat. It's really annoying. Coherent penis. Brandon is joining in. Brandon is still in the murder house. I'm just going to check in. Any updates to your safety? You're doing good?
As far as I know, the painting is staying immobile.
Okay, good. The painting has not Night at the Museum did. It has not done that. It has not come to life quite yet, thank God. If it does, Jindo will go over there and do something very bad to it. He'll use Windex though. He'll clean it. He'll use his cleaner and his super strong cleaning arm buffing powers to just wipe the paint right off that painting. It'll just be a blank canvas by the time he's done with it. You've seen what he's done to a table, Brandon. Question marks here with a fun fact for everyone playing at home. Elvis won a total of 3 Grammy Awards, none for rock and roll, and all were for gospel. I believe it. That makes sense. He must have, that makes sense. I could see it. That's when, I also think there's probably the least amount of I love gospel music, but there's just less gospel performers, right? Like like you pick a category, like you want to go to the Olympics, you pick a sport that nobody else plays. Like that's, or if you want to get a college scholarship, you go and play a sport that has the least amount of players in it. And that's what Elvis did. So what I'm saying is Elvis was a fraud. I'm just putting it out there. Elvis was a fraud. He made gospel music just to get the Grammys. I don't really know if that's it. So, well, there is a connection to Nick Cave and Elvis, though. Nick Cave's one of his first albums had a lot of songs that were inspired by Elvis's life, including that Elvis was a twin, and his older twin died during childbirth. So he would have had a twin. We could have had 2 fucking Elvises. It would have been so cool, but we didn't because healthcare in the South is not great.
What's the plural of Elvis?
Elvi. We could have had
Elvi.
Elvi. I don't know what the other name would have been. I don't know if his stillborn brother had a name, but I don't know if he could top Elvis. That's the thing. Like he would have been overshadowed by such a badass name. It's great. Next on over from me, a guy named. I gotta read things in my mind before I read them out loud. Is what I'm realizing. Okay, Jimmy Sturr has 18 Grammys, all for polka music. Again, there's 10 people playing polka music and recording it. Like, your chance of getting a polka Grammy any given year that you record a polka song is 10%. There's a 10% chance you get the Grammy just statistically at that point. So question mark. That is impressive that he won 18. He actually probably knew how to play polka. That is the best sign right there. Elvi is the plural of Elvis's. EJ cannot get any better. He is perfect. He doesn't use sheet music. Okay, Mother Nipplebottom said Elton John can't get any better. And Mixed Skins over on Twitch said that Elton John lost his eyesight from an eye infection. That is terrifying. That is really terrifying. I don't know. Now everyone's trying to figure out how to get Elton John his eyesight back. Elvis's. Yeah, Pratik, I know you just got here. We were talking about Elvis's twin brother. I broke the news that his twin brother died during childbirth, and nobody here knew that. It's not even a funny thing. It's just a curious thing that we're talking about gospel music as well. Shit. Yeah. See, I broke the news to Pratik. Pratik just found out Elvis. That's the thing. This is the night. I'm going to write it down. November 25th, 2024. Everyone found out Elvis's brother died. That's what as soon as he was born, he died. That was it. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Thank you for following us. DKD 1970 on Twitch. Good to see somebody in their 50s enjoying Twitch comedy. I just assume because you have 1970 in your name that's when you were born, because otherwise it'd be really weird if I just picked an arbitrary year to put in my name, like my open mic, which is Fun Simulation 2000. I just picked a random year for that one. I picked that for no damn reason. I do want to thank Lana Siebel, and I forgot, I do have to post Lana's social media handles here. I have to post them here. I forgot to do that. And Vance, thank you for performing as well. If you want to give me your Venmo, I'll grab it from the chat and I will post your Venmo. And then if you like anything you've seen from any performer thus far or in the future, you could just anticipate it being good. You could donate money to their Venmo as well. Also, if you would like to post any questions in the chat, go ahead. I'll give them to Pratik. If you're on Twitch, I will raise my hand and ask them to Pratik. If you're in the chat here, you could raise your hand virtually on Zoom, or you can actually just type it in the chat. I'll be helping Pratik field questions. I'll be doing that too. What authority allowed owner? The land you rent, though, what authority allowed ownership? Humans? Oh, okay, McSkins is telling me I stole land still. McSkins, I did not steal land. I have to pay money to somebody, and all I do is get to live here. This is not stealing from anyone. I don't want to live in this house either. Just land. It's expensive everywhere else too. It's just too damn expensive. So, oh, there we go. Yeah, we got Van Sanders' Venmo, but not to worry. Thanks for the spot. I'm going to post his Venmo over there on Twitch as well. There you go. There you go. There you go. No, okay. I don't know if Pratik, I don't know. Are you there? Are you doing good? You looking good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Here he is. The wonderful, the always talented, magnificent Pratik Srivastava.
Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey. So you're discussing how Elvis's twin died, basically, right?
Yeah. It was really. I don't know how we got there either. It didn't make sense.
I mean, that's the best part about this show is you never know how you get anywhere on this show. It literally, it's this whole show is a mad lib. That's basically what I realized. It's or we're just a dream. We're just Jindah's dream. That's basically what the show is. I'm glad everybody got on. I know there was some. I was reading in our production thread. There were some link issues. I'm glad everybody's on now. I hope all that's resolved. I know there were some issues with the Eventbrite, but I'm glad everybody's in here, or at least it looks like everybody's in here. I don't know for sure. If you're not in here, you would not know what I'm talking about right now. So, it kind of defeats the purpose of what I'm saying. But you know, if you enjoy the show and you can get on this show and you're able to access this show, we appreciate you. I do have a special out if you'd like to see that later. I'll put that in the chat for everybody. Mark, if you can throw that into Twitch.
Yeah.
We'll put that there. I know we got a holiday coming up. For those of you that are in the US, we do have some sort of genocidal celebration where we eat meat. We eat meat. We celebrate killing people and we eat meat. Yay! Yeah. That's what we do. I do think that's like, it's almost like if you're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving like tofurkey, like no, just go all the way. Eat the meat. You know what I'm saying? Like you're already like 3 steps there. You might as well cross the finish line and just eat some meat. Oh, we got to save the poor bird. It doesn't matter. We slaughtered all those indigenous people like 10,000 years ago. We got to save that one turkey with, the testicle mouth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that thing called? The gizzard. Looks like testicles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Thanksgiving is the Macy's Day Parade. I am Macy's Day Parade float. I mean, it's just me. Imagine me as the float, just like ooh, just flying through people. That'd be a horrifying sight, but we do it. The only thing worse would be a gizzard float, just like red-looking testicles just flying along, floating along the Macy's Day Parade. Al Roker's singing for some reason while they go by. Make some noise if you do, or sound off in the Twitch stream or Zoom stream, but communicate somehow with us if you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving in some fashion. Yay, nay, sound off in the chat, you know, because, yeah, okay, some people are in the Twitch sphere. Let us know if you are. Yeah, I think it's fun. I like eating food. I like seeing people. You know, I mean, it's not like but you're celebrating a genocide. They were genocide. The indigenous people were slaughtered on days outside of Thanksgiving too. It's not like whoa, we just don't do it that day. It's okay. Like, no, they were slaughtered days, and the slaughtering happened 365 days a year. It was the smallpox blankets were thrown multiple days. So it's we were careful that one day. So yeah, we don't care about that one. No, it happened. We still mistreat the indigenous people to this day. So it's not like that affects whether or not you eat deep fried turkey or dark meat, or like the mashed potatoes are still going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Brown people are exploited no matter what type of potato you eat. If you take nothing else away from my frustration is we're still exploiting indigenous people. Brown people are still exploited. People of color are still exploited. Everybody's exploited. Even white people are exploited. Like Mark Anthony has been exploited so much. Mark Anthony gets exploited every week on the show. It happens. All right? So much exploiting is happening every day. My feet were exploited earlier today. I was at Dick's Sporting Goods. I was trying to get some new shoes because my shoes are kind of old, and I thought, because I might be in between sizes, and I don't know if you guys have dealt with this issue where you might be a 10.5 on one brand, but if you get like Skechers, you're like 12. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then God forbid, you know, I want to try. You know, you're exploiting Air Jordan. Speaking of other things that are exploited, young slave labor and sneakers. You know, so hey, don't get the Air Jordans because they're bad. So what you want me to get Skechers because you think Skechers are more socially responsible? No. There are people getting exploited for those Skechers as well. All right, everybody's getting exploited. It's not like one brand is slightly more. You're celebrating everything. Like I still remember when my first album came out, people were like, iTunes, you know, those Apple people, you know, they hire shitty workers in terrible conditions. We won't listen to it on iTunes or Apple Music. We're going to support it on Amazon Music because nobody gets exploited at the Amazon company. Yeah. And I'm just like, you don't. No, everybody exploits everything. And listen, I'm not going to go on some like, if you boycott. Listen, you're allowed to not support what you don't want to support. But this idea of it's a contest of I boycott these things, so I'm better. That's dumb. Like, if you want to like not support any corporate thing, like you have to go live in a hut or something, you know. And you got to be careful because certain huts are corporate as well. Certain huts are made of pizza, and those are corporate. You got to find like a non-corporate hut. Thank you for appreciating that. Yeah, you got to find a non-corporate hut to live in, and then maybe you could possibly not support exploitation in some way, you know. But even like. You know, like, listen, I love Ben and Jerry's, and they're relatively socially conscious, you know? But at the same time, if all I ate was Ben and Jerry's, I would be exploiting my system. I would have to have 3 gallbladders. My colon would be as dark as Mike Eckert's couch that he is sitting on right now. Your colon's not supposed to look like that, okay? Not good. But if I ate Ben and Jerry's, it's going to look like that, you know, but it's socially conscious. But at what cost? You know, what's the price of consciousness? You know what I'm saying? Dick's Sporting Goods versus Modell. I do like Modell, and I'll tell you why, because I watched the Undercover Boss episode for Modell Sporting Goods, and the guy, he did a thing where at the end, you all have seen Undercover Boss. I do not need to explain, but at the end, the boss gives gifts to the employees, and for all the employees, the Modell guy's like, I'm going to take you on I'm going to give you like this much money. I'm going to take you on a trip, and I'm going to pay the taxes on it. And I'd never heard a boss on Undercover Boss, I'm going to pay the taxes. So that means anytime these people are getting gifts on Undercover Boss, they got to pay taxes on it, and no one's covering the taxes. So I'm just like, oh, so you're going in debt because you didn't even know you were going to be on that show in the first place, and you get a prize. Like, it's one thing if you go on Wheel of Fortune, you win a prize because you signed up. You know you're going on Wheel of Fortune. There's no hidden camera on Wheel of Fortune. You sign up, you audition, you send a video in a poorly lit basement while your wife is yelling at you to take out the trash. But you're like, no, I always wanted to be on Wheel of Fortune. I really want to buy Val and Vanna White. I would drink her bathwater. Like, you're going to send some weird video like that to Wheel of Fortune and get picked. But you know you're going into Wheel of Fortune, right? For Undercover Boss, it's not a game. It's not a contest. You don't know you're going to be on it. And then all of a sudden, you just get there and you're on this weird game show where your performance is the prize and you can get fired and you really don't know. So it's, to me, that's like sneaky, you know. So, yes, I don't want to pay taxes on a prize because I didn't think I was going to get that prize. Huh? How about that? How about that, Undercover Boss? So in the battle of Dick's Sporting Goods versus Modell, I will probably take Modell. Even though Modell sounds like the white version of Modella beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like Modella beer got adopted by like a white guy and like, we drink Modell now, Grey Poupon of beer. Like, it's very stupid. Skechers versus, somebody just wrote Skechers versus Puma, battle of the sneaker brand. Yes, Skechers versus Puma is the battle of the sneaker that is worn specifically by men in their 60s. Yes, that is battle of the men in their 60s. And again, not trying to be ageist here. I'm pro. I will almost be 60. I'm actually turning almost 60 next week. Yeah, I'm not going to say how old, but it's almost 60. I'll leave it at that. Thank you. I age wonderfully. I almost, you know what I was going to do? I was almost going to call, because I have to complain about Dick's Sporting Goods. I was actually going to do that as part of my set. I was going to call customer service and see what happens, and that would be part of the set. But that's too ambitious, you know. That maybe for a different show. You know, we'll see. Oh, maybe I'll do it. But, you know, there is a language barrier. Again, somebody is pulling in. This happened last week, I believe, too. But somebody had a weird car park in our driveway and then pulled out like 2 seconds later. And I see there's another car now. So part of me wants to be like, hey, get out of this driveway. You're exploiting our driveway, sir. You got to wait for Thanksgiving. Unless we have Thanksgiving guests that are just coming here 2 days early. Who knows? Mark, are you going with family to Thanksgiving, or are you? I'm
going to be visiting my sister-in-law and my nephews and my brother-in-law. My mother-in-law will be there.
Hell yeah! So this is going to be Christine's family.
Yeah, not a big event, but it's going to be a good event. I'm going to try.
Good event. Good health. I
got the nephews from.
Wait, they're not in the burbs, right? I was going to say you can go to the Lombard Brewery, that high noon.
Oh, they're in the burbs. I might hit the Lombard Brewery later on. Yeah, we'll see.
Let me know. I'll come. I'm going to be in Lombard too. See, this isn't even comedy now. I'm literally just making plans with Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be home all day watching King of the Hill until it's time to eat. Like, that's fine. I've done that. You might be saying that's an amazing thing to do. Yes, it's amazing. But when it's the fifth year in a row of just doing that until it's time to eat, it's not very fun. So, yeah, I would like to do something. I would like to step out of the house, and wearing sweatpants to go see Gladiator 2 is not – that sounds amazing. But I have done that before, as in I've done that with other movies, maybe not Gladiator 2. So, yes, if you do decide to go to that brewery, let me know. That's what this is now, is me just making plans. That's fine. Vance Sanders is on. I haven't seen him in a while. Big ups to Vance. I hope Lana is doing well. I'm talking about people that aren't even here, so it's fine. I'm sure they did very well today. And then brown rice. Somebody said, "Oh, Brandon, you wrote brown rice is less exploitive." Yes, it is. It is less exploitive. My taste buds are exploited because it doesn't taste as good. There is that. I'd find myself dipping more sauce and more spice onto the brown rice to make it more flavorful, which is ironic because usually things that are brown are more flavorful or want more flavorful, but they are not, unfortunately. It's very bland. White rice tastes way better. Coconut rice is very good, too, if you get a chance. but coconut rice does not look as dark as brown rice. Again, this is a great TED Talk that we're doing right now. Actual material is not there. And yes, I was about to say rice penis to quote Jinda, but instead Jinda did not do rice penis. He did sauce penis. Okay, so the penis prefix, or I guess no, penis is afterwards. That's not prefix. That's suffix. Okay, so penis suffix Jinda. We've reached that point in the show. And then Edward is doing the KO comedy background. Okay, so we have weird background check. We have penis suffix from Jinda. And I believe somebody just stepped away, which is great. That's fine. I will walk everybody. That is the goal of the show. I will exploit your time. That's the point of this show today. Ooga booga. We're exploiting the time. And I know last week we talked about the origins of Ooga booga, and that was wonderful. I'm pretty sure the California Raisins also used Ooga booga, which is there. I like the marketing meeting for California Raisins. Like, how do you pitch California Raisins as a concept without sounding racist? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, how do you? Like, it's not. But how do you get away with pitching it without sounding offensive? Like, everything about it sounds bad. But it's not. They're wonderful. Raisins help you poop, so that again your colon does not look like Mike Edgar's couch. Instead, your colon looks like the brick wall from KO comedy automation. I did see Samuel Bay last week. He says hello, everybody. Yeah, we did Austin together. I'll put the picture. Well, the picture's on my Instagram, so I will not put you're gonna have to follow me. You're gonna have to feed my algorithm if you want to see a picture of me and the founder of this company. Ha ha ha. I will put my handle on here, and we can share that in the chat. I'm sure the Twitch chat is going nuts, right? Like Mother Nipple Bottom and Tasty Snacks. How are they doing? Is there anything worthwhile that I need to respond to on the?
Yeah, let me check. I think there was something going on the Twitch real quick. McSkin said, Pratik, do you have a favorite exploit? And then also, Pratik, ever add chicken bouillon to rice, making it soup-like?
I have done the chicken bouillon thing, and it's all right. It is not amazing, but it is okay. If you are trying to avoid your family until dinner time on Thanksgiving by watching reruns of King of the Hill, yes, add chicken bouillon to your rice and sit there and eat it while you rewatch the airport episode of King of the Hill. It's called Happy Thanksgiving. And I think I've seen that like 40 times in the course of my adult life. Shout out to Thanksgiving for giving us 4 King of the Hill Thanksgiving themed episodes. Don't quote me on the Friends number, but if someone wants to look at how many Friends themed episodes, I believe there were 5. There might be more. And yes, Thanksgiving has created a lot of Thanksgiving themed TV and sitcom related material, but also the greatest thing that Thanksgiving created is a pro wrestler by the name of Gobbledygooker, the wrestling turkey. Yes, it's an amazing like if there was a deadbeat dad that birthed the chirping bird, it would be the Gobbledygooker. Yes, who's with me? Yes, Edward looks like he's ready to storm the virtual reality capital. That is amazing. But yes, the Gobbledygooker. You can look that up. I am not going to put that image up. I do not own the license to that. But look up the Gobbledygooker. It's a turkey that wrestles and fights people. It's amazing. The turkey also debuted the same day as The Undertaker, which imagine the two different paths that both of those wrestlers have gone under. But yes, there is a wrestling turkey that has fought and is undefeated, if I'm not mistaken, is undefeated at the Thanksgiving pay-per-view that I will not say the name of. I was going to take a cough drop, but I don't believe in the Halls Corporation. They exploit a lot of people, so I will not be. I will take the cough drop, but I will not eat it on camera. I will eat it. I'm going to put Edward's background up for 2 seconds, and then I will eat it. But we can do that later. That's fine. Drop the cough drop. It's fine. No, I'm very mad at Dick's Sporting Goods. I went in, tried to get some help. The person was on their phone the whole time. Yes, give it up for that. Yes, customer service people on their phone the whole time, baby. Yeah, no attention given to me. No one wants to be. Literally, it's literally. And I know iPhone. We have an audience member named iPhone. I'm sure they're very happy that the Dick Sporting Good person was looking at the iPhone, but I'm not very happy about that. I want the attention. That's why I do this. So if anyone has a size 12 Air Jordan Nike Dunk Air Jordan rematch, you can Venmo me that. You can send it to me, and I will give you. Here's what I'm going to give you in exchange for it, Mark. Get ready, because I don't just give it. Mark knows I don't just rip people off. I am a true blue. I give you real things. So you can have you can either have Mark Bowden's Hugh 1968 War book. It was called A Remarkable Book by a Guy from NPR. I have not read this book, but I have used it as a coaster. So you can have this, or maybe the more popular book, Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail, from one Mr. Hunter S. Thompson. This is not something I own. This is from the local Lombard Library. So you'll be getting stolen books. You can get this. And you know what? I will also throw in the rest of these cough drops that are exploited in corporate greed. I'll throw in capitalism cough drops just for you. So if you have Nike shoes and they're size 12, you send them my way. Apparently, if I wear any other type of Air Jordan, non-Air Jordan Nike shoe, or Asics or Skechers, I'm an 11. But with Air Jordan specifically, I'm 12. I learned that today. So something was accomplished today, and I appreciate all of you. You guys are all amazing. 8:41. I think how much have I done yet? 20 minutes? It doesn't feel like 20 minutes. I might have just done 15. How much time have I done, Mark?
How much have you done? I think about 15, 10 or 15.
About 15, yeah. And we're at 8:41, and the show started at what time?
What time did I start? 7:20?
Oh, you started late. Oof. So
yeah, I was having some issues.
We did not. So, was it the email stuff? Was that part of the problem?
Yeah, at the last second, I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. So we have not given you guys enough show. Okay. So we will trudge through. That's not a good sign of the show when they're like, "Oh, we need to give you more." This feels like I feel like for those of you that are watching the show, you feel like how I felt at Dick's Sporting Goods when the guy was on his phone the whole time. But have I been on the show have I been on my phone the whole time? No. I've been with you talking about exploitation. So I'm here for you, all of you. iPhone is Mike Eckert left. Damn. I was going to make another couch pun. But we can still do it, because you know what? We all know what Mike Eckert's couch looks like. How about that, you guys? Yes, we all know what his couch looks like. And for those of you on Twitch who don't know what the hell we're talking about, this is an audience member in the Zoom room. If you'd like to join us and see things and be part of inside jokes, you too could do that. So, yeah, we can. And we all want to see your couch. I don't have a couch in this location, so I can't show you that. I can show you this. This is not a couch. This is a business card for a pizzeria in where is this from? Oh, it's from Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's a good spot. It's called Italian Villa. It is not owned by Italians. It is owned by Greeks. So that's amazing. Yes, that's what Pittsburgh does. Is they give you Italian food made by Greeks, which is I'm fine with that. I don't think that's exploitive at all. I think that's exactly what needs to be. Yeah, maybe I should have done the customer service call. That might have kept a few more people on. That's fine. Yeah, what did the Twitch? Didn't somebody ask me something on Twitch and I did not answer? I believe.
Yeah. What is your favorite exploit? Was the one you talked about, the chicken, and then Abigail is asking this too, laughing. Oh, I got one from question mark. Fuck this. We got one from question mark right here in the chat. So we're going back to.
Well, what would you like to know? Do you want to? Mark? Question mark. Do you want to announce your question?
I can do that.
Yeah, you can
announce your question, Mark.
All right. Pratik, that's weird not to say Judah, but Pratik. Pratik, the latest grift by the Senate snake oil salesman-elect, it's really struck a bad note with me. And I want to know, what kind of music do you think the $10,000 Trump guitars will produce?
What type of music would a $10,000 guitar? And you know what's interesting about this? First off, there was a man who paid about like $8-9 grand to destroy a Taylor Swift guitar. So that's the real question. How much would you pay to destroy the Trump guitar? That'd be kind of cool, I think. Edward is now showing it. Oh, the Trump shoes. I didn't even think about that. I could use that for the bit. But yeah, for the Trump guitar, you know the type of music it's going to be. It's going to be stolen, copyrighted music because no band wants to use his music. So it's going to be. It might just be the YMCA again. Who knows? I saw the YMCA. I saw the Village People. I know the name of the band that sings the YMCA. It's not the YMCA band. It's the Village People. We saw them. I think Mark Anthony was there for that too. That was Riot Fest 2019. It was between that and Bob Mould. And the suspicious car just left, everybody. Yay! They're not in the driveway anymore. I didn't have to go down there. So now I can focus on all of you. Yeah. So you know what music is going to be. It's going to be some exploitive crap that doesn't pay the artist. Speaking of not paying the artist, you can get my album on Spotify and I get 0 cents for it. Yay. So, you know, I'm actually selling a deluxe version of the original album, Nick and Shields Kid. It comes with 3 deleted tracks and album notes and exclusive family photos. You can get on my website and I get all the proceeds from that. Nothing goes to Spotify. Nothing goes to Halls. Nothing goes to Dick's Sporting Goods. Nothing goes to Edward's mother's house. Why did I say that? That's mean. I shouldn't say that. Edward, your mother's house is very lovely, I'm sure, and you have a very nice wrestling background. That's great. Jinda is wearing a hat that looks like a bowl. Jenna, your hat looks like the bowl that you eat your dinner with. So that is cool that you are using multi-purpose. That's where we're headed. And I think, question mark, you agree with me. We're heading into a culture where we need to be multi-purpose. We need to use every part of the buffalo. We need to go backwards. That's what we need to do. Make America indigenous again. Bring everybody back. Use every part of the buffalo. Repurpose water bottles. Reuse your hulls. This wallet is not made out of cow skin. It is made out of a different type of skin. I'll let you figure out which type of skin it is. Yeah, a fake mini sneeze just for all of you here. Yeah, you thought I was going to give you a big sneeze. No, I give you fake sneezes. Yeah, I give you sneezes that are as fake as the shoes that I'm trying to buy. Yes. Somebody was talking about size 13 Kobe's. Brandon, yes, you were saying you have size 13 Kobe's. I will take those size 13 Kobe's as long as you deliver them via helicopter. Thank you so much. Yeah. We went there. Twitch is loving that right now. I'm not even on Twitch, but I can already tell. They're loving it. William Claude Reynolds has been evaporated. Somebody find the vapor of William Claude Reynolds and bring him back to life. He has evaporated before our very eyes. iPhone, I'm looking at you. Help. And then, somebody's. I wonder if I'm getting texted by Johnny Law right now. That would be fantastic. Somebody is texting me right now. It actually turns out I don't figure it. I can probably do. Oh, okay, yeah, sweet.
Question mark asked another question if you want it.
Yes, sir. Question, and because I know you, question mark. How long we be knowing each other? Like since like 2020, right?
More than a week.
So you get the honor of doing. A few of you that are the OGs, and that's most of you in this room. You are the OGs. You can interrupt me anytime. You all have earned that right. So question mark. You take it away. You tell me your question.
All right, Pratik. Trump obviously likes to boogie. If he were to appear on Dancing with the Stars, which celebrity would you pair him with?
Which now are you saying which celebrity or which like dancing professional?
Well, I don't know the names of the dancing professionals, so I'm going to bend the rules.
I would say they're the dancing professional. So there was a celebrity on there, Nikki Bella. She's a wrestler, part of the Bella twins. She married her dancing professional, but they just got divorced. It might even be some domestic violence stuff, kind of shady stuff. That's who I would pair with Donald Trump if he were to do. I would do the shady guy. So 2 shadies. And they're going to and you know what they're going to dance to? I'm Real Slim Shady. That's what they're going to dance to. And they're going to go and they're going to boogie. They're going to snake. Like, they're probably going to do some snake-like movements. Because I know that Trump does a couple weird movements, right? He does the grab the dick, grab the bow penises, grab the Jinda penises. That's his maneuver.
He misspells YMCA.
Yeah, and ultimately it spells YMCA, where a young man can be a young man and get his penis on. That is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing. Edward has Grimace in his. You guys have seen the butt plug that looks like Grimace, right? There's a real butt plug out there that looks like that. I think that should also if Trump can't get the shady guy, just make like a tower of butt plugs and have Trump boogie with the butt plugs as far as the eye can see. That's what we need to do. This Chirping Bird episode is going to be rated TV PG for parental. Some parental guidance is needed. My water balls are showing, which is code for my turkey gizzard is showing, baby. Yeah, so fantastic.
Critique follow-up.
Yes.
Yeah, if Trump didn't win that competition, would we assume that it was rigged?
Oh, 100%. You know, if he goes on there, it's going to be a stolen dance. It's going to be stolen election. And also, like, how can you can't have, like, Donald Trump and then, like, you know, Wayne Knight is also on there. Like, you need like bigger, like, there has to be, like, it should be a criminal. Man, O.J. Simpson passed away, right? Like, man, that would have been wild to have like
that'd been great. That'd been great
like a Dancing with the Stars of, like, you know, America's Most Wanted, like Dancing with the Stars. O.J. Simpson, brothers. John Walker Lind is the American. He's dead too, right? Somebody look that up. John Walker Lind passed away. Trump used to do McDonald's and Domino's Pizza commercials. I remember the Domino's Pizza commercials; those were very good. They were very entertaining, and I think that is the problem, is that Domino Pizza dropped him as a spokesman. If they just kept him on as a spokesman, we wouldn't have Donald Trump in the position that he's in today. I blame solely Domino's Pizzas. Who's with me? Are we with me? Evil Dave, you with me? Yeah. I blame Domino's Pizza. There's another theory. If you guys want to get into Trump theories, because that's what this show needs more of, is more Trump stuff. Well, one, I encourage all of you, if you're not tired of Trump, you're not tired of just, like, you know, weirdness surrounding that, I would recommend all of you, if you get a chance, stream or watch or download that Apprentice movie where Sebastian Stan plays Trump, and it's set like in the 80s of New York. It's actually a really good movie. It's like Revenge of the Sith, like the origin villain story, but it's actually just done as a really good movie, and you get to see, like, how New York looked in the 80s and 70s, which, I mean, some of you here might actually know what it looks like. I don't know. I was not that cool. His Monopoly game sold. Okay. Somebody asked me about this, that would you play the Trump Monopoly game? Yeah, but I'm not going to pay for it. Like, if someone wants to buy it for me, I'll do a video playing Trump Monopoly. Yeah, but I'm not going to go out and buy that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not happening. I will not buy the Trump thing. But if you want to purchase it for me or steal it, whatever, I will do that. You know, I mean, I still think it's wild that Trump sold Bibles. Like, isn't that a thing you just take from the hotel dressing room? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like who's buying those? But people do. People buy them. People buy the Trump sneakers too, which those do not look good. I will not be. I don't care. You could send me 10 pairs of those. I will not be wearing those Trump sneakers. That I'm promising you. But if someone got Trump Monopoly and sent that to me, I would actually play one game of that. I would play that. Mark Anthony can roll through. We'll play that. I mean, all of you could roll through. I don't feel like any of you are near where I am. But if you were, you can come by. We can play a game of Trump Monopoly, and we can all. I just learned that Trump Monopoly is Monopoly in general is not created by the Monopoly people, but it's stolen from the Landlord's game. I just learned that. It's featured in that Hugh Grant movie, Heretic or whatever. And I don't want to give away any more because that literally Monopoly is part of the reason it spoils the movie. But yeah, so I learned that there's a game called Landlord's Game, and Monopoly is actually based on that. And so Monopoly is just a remake of a remake of a remake. And Trump is a remake of a remake of a remake. And I'm a original. I am not a remake. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not a remake of anybody. Mark Anthony's not a real remake. Question Mark is not a remake. If you're in this room, if you're in the Zoom room, or if you're on Twitch and you haven't been scared out of your mind by the entire performance I've done, you are not a remake. But if you have, if you have been scared, if you left for like another reason, then you are not a remake. But if you left because purely you are frightened by me and what I do, you are a remake. But if you didn't do that, if you left because you got to pick up your kid or brush your teeth, although if you need to brush your teeth for 14 to 15 minutes at a time, that's suspicious. Or if you evaporated like William Carter Reynolds, you are original. But if you left because purely you're like, nah, I don't want to see Pradeep, then you are a remake. That's how that works. I figured it all out. For real, during question for oh, you were just saying something for real. For real. Oh, I'm really reading what Trump what question mark said. You during my rhetorical days, I interviewed Trump in the mid '80s. Well, question mark. If you actually talked to the man himself, we need to hear this. So, what was that like?
I'm gonna pull him up.
Yeah, pull him up, please. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, on our Twitch sphere, we have an actual living human being that talked to the man himself. So, what was he like in the '80s?
Well, he was big in casinos at the time, and the area where I live had been desperately trying to get a casino. An Indian tribe.
Was this in New York or Jersey?
In New York, in the Catskill Mountains. And an Indian tribe claimed burial rights to some property and earned the right to have a casino. They're good at getting land, but they're not good at running casinos. So they hired out to a company to run this. Well, Trump wasn't happy about this, and he put ads in my paper, in the New York Times, and the New York Post, in any paper that reached people who might go to this casino. And he absolutely slandered these people.
Oh, wow.
And we were curious about this. My newspaper was, and we got together a little investigative team, and we followed the money, as the story goes, and it pointed to the Trump Corporation. And we ended up, the New York Times, the Post, and my paper arranged a teleconference with Trump. And we started asking questions, and he was denying everything that we said. And I don't remember the exact question I asked.
And you heard Trump himself deny it. Like he was on there going, I deny.
Yeah. And finally, I was the one who asked the question that the straw that broke it. I don't remember what the question was, but he accused us of spreading fake news. 1987.
So even in 1987, he's playing the same damn song.
Played the fake news card. Yep.
Wow. See, he's a remake of he's playing that same note forever. Wow, fake news. So Trump really did invent that word. Then everybody credits Norm Macdonald for saying it on SNL, but Trump is that
Trump is using it. I mean, it exists.
Yeah.
The concept of fake news goes back to. I know one example was when Jefferson and Adams were running against each other in the late 1700s. There were accusations of fake news.
Man, if there was only a Hamilton about that, if that was
yeah. Well, Hamilton was there, he was kind of in the background. I think he might
have been, but I'm saying this should have been included in the musical. But
yeah, it would have been fun. It would have been fun.
All right, cool. Yeah, this was I learned a lot. I hope all of you did out there in listening land, but I learned a lot. I know this feels very Mr. Rogers-y, but I learned a lot from that. God damn. Like, yeah, he gets mad. He's being accused of some shady, and he goes, nope, fake news. In the 80s, in the 86, I think I was born in 86, so man, fake news is as old as me, so fake news has some bad knees to it. Fake news needs to put Tiger Bomb on when they go see the Village People at Riot Fest. That's what I've learned, man. Yeah, this is. Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, MSNBC didn't do shit. We are going down the toilet in the handbag, but we'll be here every week. We'll keep doing this. We'll do this until we go back to the. I feel like we're gonna go back to the barter system at some point. Who else is with me on that? Like we're due for a factory reset, so something's coming. And it was funny you mentioned the casino thing. Like, yeah, because I've performed at casinos, and I'm all the whole time. I'm like, where are these indigenous? Every time I go to a casino, it's all like some white dude there, like. There is it's just being run by these secret white people. I'm like, where is the tribe? Where is the Cherokee? And it's all like, it's this white dude who's whiter than question mark. He's super white, and he's like, oh, I'm Steve Sitting Bull. I'm like, no, you're not. Like that's not real. Like, what tribe are you from? He's like Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm like, that's not a real tribe. Like, where are the actual like hardworking dark brown people that should be running this casino? And it's just a bunch of white suits. And they're like, yeah, we're 1% Jeep Grand. Like, no, it's not real. So On that note, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Like, yeah, like just go to the casino and watch a bunch of white people run Indian-run casinos, drink your gravy boats, which I do like gravy boats, by the way. I believe. I mean, if Trump made a gravy boat, that I could just turn his shoe into a gravy boat. So if you do want to send me his Trump sneaker, I'll turn that into my gravy boat. I will wear the Air Jordans that you send. I'll wear the Air Kobe's. I will helicopter them, whatever you want. But if you want to send me Trump's legit, if someone wants to pay for a Trump shoe and you send it my way, I will use it at my Thanksgiving table gravy boat. I'm talking to you on Twitch. All those weird ass names on Twitch, Tasty Snacks, Mother Limp Bottom. You send me a Trump shoe, I'll make it the gravy boat for Thanksgiving dinner. So you do that, you come find me, and let's exploit this holiday for what it is. And let's be honest here. Most holidays are exploited, right? Like Memorial Day, you're not celebrating veterans on Memorial Day. You're getting a mattress on sale. That's what you do on Memorial Day, or you go to a barbecue. So all holidays are exploitive. I'm going to have a holiday, and on this holiday, we're going to drink gravy boats out of shoes, which is a thing they do in Australia where they drink beer out of the shoe, except this is going to be gravy because gravy is sometimes better than beer.
Yeah.
And Dick's Sporting Goods. And also, you know what you're doing this holiday? Everybody in this holiday gets to yell at one customer service rep for 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes at 10 a.m., and you get 2 minutes at 3 p.m., and you get 2 minutes at 7 p.m. And you get to call, and it goes straight. And it's not just like you call and 2 minutes go in waiting time. No, you call, you get onto the line, and you get 2 minutes to yell at a customer. You get 3 customer service reps that you get to call. So you get to build up all that frustration all year round, and then you put it out, and it's going to be a Savastava holiday. You drink your gravy out of your Trump shoe. You get to yell at your customer service that doesn't do a good job. If you have a fake sneeze, you fake sneeze it. If you have fake news, you fake news it. Your wallet looks good. Your cough drops are not exploitive, and we all have a good time. And we end the day on that holiday by reading a little bit of Hunter S. Thompson. So you read a little Hunter S. Thompson, and you go to bed, and you put out your gravy and cookies for the holiday Santa, which is just me. I'll be there. I live forever.
It's just me.
It's just me. It's just me. I'll be driving a very old Camaro from 1986, same year that question mark got yelled at by Donald Trump. I will ride in and I'll drop something off for you. Maybe a cough drop. Maybe you'll get these very nice Warby Parker lens cleaners. You know, those are expensive. Those treats. So I give you a gift. You get to yell at customer service, and you drink gravy out of a shoe. What else do you want on a holiday? Get the day off? Great. So happy Savastava holiday. Happy exploitive, everybody. And thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. One more time for Pratik, everybody. One more time for Pratik Savastava. And one more time for Van Sanders and Lana Siebel. And I do hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Pratik, I do want to make one reference. So you've met some of my family, but my family lives in Wisconsin on my mom's side, and they're Italians, but they married. They live near an Indian reservation up there, so a lot of them are married. So my cousin's spouses are Native American, and one of them works at a casino up there. He manages a casino, and I was just talking to him at the wedding, and I was asking what he did up there. And of all things, he manages a Mexican restaurant at a casino.
That rules.
I had to find that out. And I was just like, this in northern Wisconsin, Mexican food at a Native American casino. It's fantastic. Yeah. I don't know. That seems like appropriation. That seems like it's okay. That's appropriation we support. That's fine.
But it's so appropriative that it's like a negative and negative equals positive. So
that's what I'm saying. We're fine with you have to be fine with it. So somehow it'll be politicized. Galaxy versus Battle of the Casino. I don't know what Jinda's saying. Jinda, I'm glad you're here.
He didn't say the word penis. So if the penis is not in the word, I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, it sticks out when penis is there. Then I recognize it as his. Otherwise, it's a versus type statement. And a lot of times I don't get the references. I hope everyone watching and playing along at home in the Zoom gets the references. I hope everybody on Twitch has a wonderful rest of their week, a wonderful weekend, whether they spend it with friends, family, on Zoom, watching King of the Hill. It doesn't matter, just however you plan on spending it.
Going to Lombard breweries.
Maybe. Going to Lombard breweries. I don't know if they're, I did check one brewery was closed on Thanksgiving, so we'll have to check on the way back. But if we're driving through there, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And
You
maybe,
can even come through and say hi to the family if you want.
might do that. We might do that. I'll let you. Yeah, dude.
We have way too much food. If anyone wants to come to suburban Chicago, to come through. But
this is an open invite to Chirping Bird and Twitch.
Kind of, yeah. If you guys can make it in.
I think Pratik might have posted his phone number here last week, so just call him for
a phone number, not the phone number, but a phone.
One of the many phones. You could reserve a spot at the table or a spot at the after party.
Yeah, I should post that for Open Mic Comics. You got to show a clip of you eating dinner with family in order.
Who's booking Pratik's Thanksgiving Pratik? That is, you got to send him the emails for a spot. But no, Brandon, I hope you have a good one and get out of this murder house.
That murder house, Brandon.
Brandon is in a murder house. Pratik, I wanted to point out too. I don't know if you saw that iPhone is here tonight. This is your week of Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, the iPhone.
I didn't know if you noticed it. I wanted you to.
I did. I definitely did. I just wasn't sure if it was the. I assume it wouldn't be another iPhone. It would be the iPhone.
I think this is the iPhone penis.
The OG iPhone.
I think this is OG iPhone. I think we're going way back. William Claude Reynolds is AFK right now, but I hope you have a good Thanksgiving.
Have a good. I hope he saves himself from the black hole that he has gone into or evaporated, and he comes back to real Earth and he gets to enjoy Thanksgiving.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's in another dimension, baby.
Question mark. What shirt are you wearing here? York.
Let's see. This is the ministry at York, England.
All right.
There you go.
Question marks doing some Harry Potter thing. He's got anytime anyone talks too much about British shit, I'm just like, all right, Harry Potter magical things. I don't get it.
No, that would be Edinburgh, Mark. Edinburgh is where J.K. Rowling did a lot of her writing.
I am putting Jinda onto the stream so people could see when I'm referring to Jinda. This is who I'm referring to. He is a robot. He is an AI. He was a man. He was a boy that got trapped into Zoom. And that's why when he's not here, we wonder where he is. So really happy to have you back here, Jinda. Everybody have a great week. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you, Vince.
Hey, guys.
Thank you, Mark. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.